Okay, a hello and good afternoon and Tuesday to everyone on the line. My name is Ryan Embry and I'm the brand ambassador here at Travel Media Group. I am super excited and thrilled to share this information and webinar with you, continuing our educational webinars in 2018. Today we have a special guest on the line. That's Jason Lee, our Director of Online Product and Technology. Jason, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Ryan. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, and we're super excited to hear all about this newly launched OneView platform. I want to go ahead and start out, Jason, by asking you, what was the inspiration for creating this OneView platform?
Well, OneView, it really the origin of it really came from looking at a day in the life of a hotelier and trying to understand what's facing them. When I was in the hotel industry, one of the things that I was told over and over again was your primary responsibility is making sure you've got clean, well-maintained guest rooms and a fast, friendly, efficient front desk, and that you should spend most of your time working in those environments to make sure that your product and your service side are completely taken care of. And what's happened, I think, is that over the course of the last few years, and definitely over the last 5 years, the amount of user-generated content that is being created through TripAdvisor, through OTAs, Google, social media networks, the amount of content is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the job of managing all of this at the hotel level has gotten to a point where it could take a ton of time, and it's even exaggerated by the fact that in most cases you're going to be going site to site to site to site to actually to log in and handle and communicate. So what OneView does, and really the inspiration around that, is how do we take reputation and social media, push them together into a single feed, and have a hotelier be able to access all of these things from one single source, and be able to react, get their team involved, and properly communicate with the guests that are trying to communicate with them.
Absolutely, and it's exactly with what you said. With the modern day hotelier in 2018 having so many channels that a guest can reach them, it's more critical and vital than ever to be able to consolidate this. So what I'd love to see, and I think everyone on this webinar wants to see, is maybe a demonstration so that you could show exactly how hoteliers can use this tool, they can use this content stream, and kind of better the operation side of things. So I'm going to go ahead and pass you over the presenter role here. And I guess the one place that we can start is, how does OneView and this platform differ from any other tool that a brand might provide a hotelier?
So what's amazing about this is that, first of all, you're able to get all of these things in one single place. So getting into OneView is as simple as just accessing this data. So if you haven't already gotten into OneView, you can actually go in and go to our homepage. You can go to travelmediagroup.com and go to the OneView and navigate to OneView, and you can start a 60-day free trial right now. Once you do that, you're pretty much immediately going to have access to all of your reputation accounts. So the reputation accounts you'll see are going to be TripAdvisor, all of the OTAs, Google, Facebook, Yelp. So you'll have instant access to that, and then you'll also be able to connect social media accounts. So any social media accounts that you have a credential for, you can connect those up. And so how it really differs is that you're able to, in one shot and in one place, get in and get all of this information together. So in a lot of brand consoles, and it's not anything against the brands, it's just that there's a lot of information on those dashboards, but you have to go in, sometimes 3-4 levels deep to get to the reputation data that you need, or the social media data if they even have that. Most brands don't have social media contained inside of that feed. So what this does is it allows you to come into a place where you can quickly and easily access this, but it also is extremely mobile friendly. So this whole platform was designed mobile first. So it's designed for you to put this on your mobile phone and for you to start to use it that way. all of the navigation, all of the way that each one of these tiles works, it's designed specifically for mobile. It still works great in desktop, as you can see here, or on a tablet. But really what this is designed for is the hotelier today's hotelier that's always moving, always out doing stuff. And as things arrive and as issues come up, they're able to handle them quickly.
Great. And so what we're seeing right here on the screen would just really kind of be the home page. And these are the different tiles from the different places where, as you said at the beginning, user-generated content is flowing in from. Is that correct?
That's correct. So what we're seeing on this, these top tiles are messenger tiles. So this is where someone on Facebook messages us, and you can then quickly respond back. This message tile is done in real time. So this is someone using the Facebook Messenger app that is on your hotel, and you're able to come in and as soon as those messages come in, and this is actually this is an interesting blind spot for a lot of hoteliers. So the fact that you have a business listing on Facebook, and you've if you've optimized that page, and the fact that you have that there, when a guest goes to that page to kind of check you out, especially on desktop, they're actually prompted with a messenger dialog box at the lower right of the screen. So there are a lot of we work with a lot of hotels in social media, and there's lots of these messages that come in on a regular basis, like, hey, I'm coming in tomorrow night. Do you guys have free parking? I'm coming in tomorrow night. Do you guys have rollaway beds? So there's information that is kind of flowing in that spot, but the hotelier never opens it up because it's not readily available. So this actually does that. So with your Facebook, so as soon as you actually connect your Facebook account, your hotel's Facebook account to our system, you automatically get access to real time to Facebook Messenger, and then also to Facebook itself. So as people leave comments, as people leave reviews. So this would be a Facebook comment, and we also have actual Facebook reviews that come in through Facebook as well.
So this platform really integrates both social media and reputation reviews, all in one common spot for the hotelier to get to. Now, as we know, every single hotel is different from the day-to-day operations and what's delegated out to a front desk manager, if there's a director of sales involved. So I think one of the best things about this tool is that multiple people at the property can utilize it to help them with their day-to-day operations. So can you kind of demonstrate how an owner or GM might use this tool differently from a front desk manager or assistant general manager that might have some other duties?
Yeah. So what's really cool about the system is it's real scalable, but it's designed to help you manage this stuff. So if you don't have time to do it, you could actually add team members, and as you add team members to OneView, you can assign these tasks to them. So let's say you take this and you want to assign this, you just click assign, and then now that's going to be assigned to your front desk manager. And what you can do from here is you can, in this little gear, you can actually invite team members. So you can invite them just by putting their first and last name and their email. You can select the role that they're at the property, and then as soon as you select that, you can send them an invite, and then they can access basically everything you can access. But what's kind of cool is if you come into this little permissions box here, is now you can come in and you can select what that role can do. So can they respond to reviews? Can they assign? Can they schedule for later? Can they dismiss these reviews? And so you can set that up by role at the hotel, and you can also set it up by site. So if you're like, hey, I want this one person to handle Facebook Messenger for me, so you click on Messenger and you're like, I want this one person to do all the messaging in Facebook Messenger. I want that to be my front office manager, let's say. So as soon as you select that and hit save, now that only that person and you will be able to receive those messages and respond to them. So it's a way for you to quickly, I know it seems kind of complicated here, but it only takes maybe 5 minutes to set this up. And once you do, you can really set up your whole hotel to start receiving this information. It also sets you up to start assigning information to different members on your team to help them understand the voice of the guest, but also maybe help them get on top of any kind of outstanding issues that the guest is trying to tell you about.
That's great. It really sounds like it would streamline delegation, for GMs that really want to hear from a day-to-day basis what guests are saying about their property, but don't really have the time to kind of manage all that, they can certainly delegate that to some other people at the property. Now let's take it even a step further in a level, because as you know, we work with a number of owners or regionals that manage multiple hotels. So could you expound a little bit on maybe a owner or regional that has to deal with a portfolio of hotels or multiple properties?
So yeah, so the OneView is really scalable that way. So as you can kind of see up here in the corner, you see this little one next to the hotel. If you had multiple properties, that could be 10 or 15. It really does depend on your level of ownership. But you, as maybe a top level owner, you could come into this hotel and you could assign this hotel, or you could assign multiple hotels to regional managers, to regional general managers, or to a single general manager. So you could have one person that has 5 of your 10 hotels, one person that's just managing 1 of your 10 hotels, and then you with all of your 10. So it's very easy to kind of set roles and delegate out responsibility from the single console. But it also gives you the opportunity, if you are a multi-property owner or in charge of this for multiple properties, it gives you the opportunity to switch between properties extremely fast. So I can see the feed going onto this one property. I can see a feed going in another property, and it allows you even to assign 2 owners. So you could be like, hey, I'm looking at this review here from Cecil. This looks really important. I'm going to assign this to the regional owner of this hotel. So it makes it real easy, real simple, and the initial setup for a single property takes maybe 10 minutes.
Awesome. And here at Travel Media Group as well, we work with properties to kind of help onboard hoteliers, whether they be at the regional level, if they're at the owner level, and we can kind of help streamline so they can get the most out of this. So let me ask you this, Jason, what suggestions or tips would you give to a GM or owner who just started a OneView trial, and how they can get the most out of this tool? Where do they begin?
I would say make sure that you've connected all of your, when you go through the onboard process, it'll ask you the different sites that you want to connect. So make sure you connect all those up. Make sure you get in and connect your social media. So any social media accounts that you have, go ahead and connect that. But then maybe think through who at your property do you want to involve in this? So if you want to involve your front office manager, but get some other people involved and delegate out some of these responsibilities. The coolest thing about OneView, I feel like, is the ability to share this information across your team and delegate out responsibility. If you're not taking kind of an active role in inviting team members and letting them access this information, I think you're missing a big part of it. So I would say maybe number 1, on board, make sure you have all of your accounts set up, social media and reputation, then invite team members, and then set up a plan to start delegating responsibility.
Absolutely, and it's a tool like this that can help the hotelier that might just be starting to step into this stuff, with their online presence. Social media reputation really hasn't dealt with anything in the past, but are really just kind of looking to get the first baby step started. This is a great tool for that, but it also benefits the hotelier that is already doing a lot of this stuff, responding to reviews, has a social media strategy in place. Mm-hmm. How does someone that already has that online presence, how do they use this, and what benefits does this help them with?
I think it helps them from a lot of standpoints. So when you come in to respond to one of these reviews, if you're already responding to them, if you're using the computer that you typically respond to Google with, for example, when you click on respond, you're immediately going to be taken to your credentialed area. And if you're already credentialed, you can actually come in and make this response right from the screen. So now you also have this ability to come in and, did you respond to this review? If you did, you hit yes, and then this comes off of your feed. So it's a way for you to start to be able to not forget, not let things fall through the cracks. But also, let's say, hey, this review is really important to me, but I don't have time to do it right now, so I'm going to give me a 24-hour reminder. So that comes off the feed, and then something new comes in. So you're always going to be working these through until you have 0 on your feed. And so I think if you're already doing it, it's a way to kind of organize these things all together and you don't have to worry about, like, I'm going to this site and I got to check this out, and then I'll go to this site and check it out. But, another key component to this, Ryan, I think, is the Travel Media Group team itself. So we're a team here we're experts with reputation, with social media. So you can also rely on us with this. So as you set this up, accept some help from us. We're gonna be calling you and helping you set up your account, and we're gonna help you kind of make the most out of your OneView trial and make the most out of setting all these pieces up. So you can rely on us to help you through these parts, and you're also gonna probably meet one of our team members, and they might be a really good resource for you as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as you mentioned, with our team, we work with all types of different hotels, from independents to franchises, select service, economy hotels, and everything in between there. So what type of hotel does OneView benefit the most?
I would say it benefits all hotels. I think if you're a hotel that receives reviews and has an active social media presence, you're going to benefit from this. Whether you're a full service hotel or you're a limited service property, I think there's the level of intensity with the number of reviews might change, but certainly the need for responding to these reviews, the need for action in terms of social media response and direct message response, I think is paramount no matter what type of hotel you are. So if you're you're a bigger full service hotel, I think you would utilize this tool, definitely using more of the assign function, because you're going to have a director of sales. You're going to have other kinds of people at your property that you can rely on. If you're a limited service property and maybe an economy property, you're probably going to have less of those people. So you might have less people to rely on, but this is a good way to keep yourself organized. And then maybe if you're in that mid-tier, again, it's that same kind of thing. It kind of is flexible. You can use it, you can make it really complex, with really assigning out roles and structure, or you can make it real simple and just use it as a feed for yourself. So I think it works on a lot of levels.
Yeah, it's absolutely great for, any size property, any level of property. I know you and your team have done some amazing work in this undertaking with this tool. So what sort of updates and ideas for the future can OneView users have to look forward to or expect?
I think some of the most exciting things we have coming out, one thing is going to be a daily roll-up email, and that's going to be coming next week, and it looks like this. So this would be a daily email that you get to kind of keep you reminded about stuff. So obviously having, we would like to think that you would have this on your phone and you're using it all the time, but getting a reminder of what's going on inside of reputation and inside of social media is a great way to kind of keep you involved. So we're going to have these daily reminders going out to you and to your team starting next week. I think some of the other things that are really exciting that are coming out is a notes system. So when you assign something, so right now when you come in and you assign this, you just assign it and it comes off of the feed. Coming in a couple of weeks, we'll have a brand new notes system. So every time you assign, you can send a note along with the review or along with the piece of social media. So now you can kind of instruct that person as to what you would like them to do. So notes are going to be another really big part of this. But we're continually looking to add and update features to this platform. And we're really excited about the future.
And that email that you mentioned, that roll-up, that covers really everything that users are talking about when it comes to reviews. Is that including OTAs as well as, TripAdvisor and all review sites?
Yeah, it's all review sites and all connected social media sites.
Awesome. So it's more critical than ever to have those sites connected, so then you can see all of the feedback that you're getting from your guests.
That's correct.
So lastly, and probably most importantly, what everyone wants to hear is how can you sign up and how much does this cost?
So I think the easiest way to go is go into travelmediagroup.com, follow the navigation to OneView, and just follow the navigation all the way through. You can start. It's a no risk 60-day free trial. You can get in, you can set everything up and check it out. At the end of 60 days, you can simply not do it any longer, or if you want to continue on, it's $65 a month. We're really about, partnering with you and helping you and looking at every possible angle to help you manage this and take stuff off your plate. So once you get into this and you see, hey, I've got this many reviews, I've got this much social content happening, you might start thinking about other things like, how do I grow my social community? How do I improve my reputation? How do I better respond to reviews? And I think all of those things are really what Travel Media Group is dedicated to. And what we're trying to do at every single angle is to, how do we save a hotelier time? How do we make your property look more attractive to incoming guests? And how do we leverage some of this data and some of this, some of the negative data maybe for product improvement, and the positive data into attracting more guests?
Very, very cool. Very exciting stuff, Jason. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead, if you don't mind, send it back to me. I can go ahead and give everyone on this call that link that he was talking about, where you can go ahead and sign up for the free 60-day trial of OneView Platform. Check it out. Come see what your feed looks like. Start connecting those accounts, as Jason said, so you can start getting the most of this trial. This is something we're sincerely excited about and thrilled to be able to offer you guys. This is my contact information. That's my direct email and phone. As you can see the bottom there, tmgoneview.com/onboard. Jason, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate everyone else's time for taking it this afternoon, and have a fantastic day.